everybody, if you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today I'm excited to be sharing with you my review and tutorial using the brand new Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. Now, this palette is the exact same size and shape and actually base color as the original chocolate bar palette. And as you can see, I am quite a fan of these Too Faced palettes, especially these larger ones. I think they're just fantastic. So this is the newest chocolate bar palette. And within actually the last weeks, really, a couple of months, they've released 2 additions to the chocolate bar palette, the other of course being the white chocolate bar palette. I do have that palette. If you'd like to see a tutorial and a review on that, let me know down in the comments, but today I'll be focusing on this beauty. So immediately with the packaging, you can see my fingerprints all over it. It looks like they quite literally took the chocolate bar and just dipped it in gold. And like, how cool is that? I love it. It's so pretty. Now, originally, when I saw this palette, I wasn't actually that excited about it because when Too Faced did their glitter palette this summer, I think that was a lot of glitter. And for anyone who really watches my channel, you know that I'm more about kind of this pretty, natural, kind of wearable looks rather than like the super bold Instagram-y glitter. So when I immediately saw this palette, I was kind of worried that it would be all glittery. But I wouldn't actually describe it as glittery so much as I would describe it as like a nice shimmery metallic. And we know that when Too Faced puts their mind to it, they do not only really good mattes, but they do really good metallics. Just like blendable, pigmented. So this is the palette. And now at first glance, there are all sorts of colors. There's green, purple, gold, silver, rose gold. But what immediately kind of draws me to this palette and that makes it complete is the inclusion of these 4 matte shades over here. So you have like a matte cream, you have a brown kind of taupey transition color, you have a darker, richer, warmer brown, and you have a black. And these are all mattes. And what makes those so attractive to me is that it means that I can just whip out this palette and I can do a complete look. I don't need to reach for other palettes. Now, I mean, of course you can, and there's obviously lots you can do with these and with other shadows in your collection, but I love that I can just pull out this palette and not have to look around for other things if I don't want to. So that's already a huge bonus in my books. So let's get into the swatches. So what I find really cool about this palette, you can see the swatches all over my arms, is that I find that all of the shimmery metallic shades are beautifully done. There aren't really any that I think like, wow, that one's the dud in the palette. I think they're all quite good. Old Money I found was a little bit more sparkly and kind of a little bit more fallout, and same with New Money. I found that one was really more like a pigmented glitter as opposed to like a true creamy metallic. But that being said, I'm just looking at all of them. Like, they all are really beautiful shades. Now, just because they're all beautiful and beautifully made doesn't mean that they're all anyone's particular favorite. But I'd say my favorites are Classy and Sassy and Love and Cocoa. So with that in mind, we're gonna head into the tutorial for how I did this look. And those really are the shadows that kind of are the features and the stars for me. So I hope you enjoy that. So I am going to start this look using Rolling in Dough, using just a flat shader brush. I'm going to put that all over my lid, all the way up to my brows. Now, I did already do my primer. I should have mentioned that sooner. So now I'm going to use a large fluffy dome blending brush, and I'm going to be using So Bougie as my transition shade. And I'm just doing little tiny circles. Using a slightly more pointed brush, this one is a blending brush from Swatches. I'm going to go in with Cocoa Truffle just in my outer crease right here. Now using a flat dense shader brush, this one is the MAC 239, I am going to use Love and Cocoa right here. And I'm just going to be doing kind of gentle patting motions to really make sure the shadow stays nice and pigmented. And I'm only going to do the outer half of my eye. Now I'm just going to use the other side of the brush, so the clean side, and I'm going to be going in with my absolute favorite shadow in this palette. That is Classy and Sassy right there. I'm going to continue doing the same motion I've been doing to just bring this very similar but lighter shade all the way in. Taking extra care to blend it so it looks like a seamless transition. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to overlap Classy and Sassy. I'm going to overlap Classy and Sassy just for a little bit onto the first shade that we used, just to kind of make it just even and pretty. Now back to the large fluffy dome brush that we used. I'm just going to blend this crease in, just so everything kind of flows nicely. And finally, I'm going to use again that MAC 239. I'm going to bring just a little bit of Cocoa Truffle right here just under my eyes. So that is how I did this look. As you can see, it's a beautiful palette. I don't think this is a palette for beginners. I think it's great if you already love makeup and you're kind of expanding makeup, you're experimental and you like shimmery and you like fancy stuff going on. I think this is a perfect palette for that. And I think it's a perfect palette to complement the original chocolate bar palettes. I still think that if you're starting out and you're building your collection, definitely go with the original chocolate bar or semi-sweet, just depending obviously on what colors you find more attractive. One moment. Winston, buddy, what are you doing? This is Winston, my little holy terror. Look how big he is. Oh, buddy. Look, say hello, say hello. Meow. Meow. No. Thanks, buddy. Anyways, so I definitely think this is a great palette if you already love makeup and you're expanding your collection. I think the shadows are really well done. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful palette. It's $59 Canadian. I will put the American price over here. But anyways, it's available at Sephora and on Too Faced website. And if it's available at Ulta, I'll put a check mark. I really don't know when things are available at Ulta because we do not have Ulta in Canada. Anyways, so I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful. And if you love this palette or you don't, either way, let me know down in the comments. Let me know what shades you love. And yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.